Hey everybody, how you doing? Captain Art here from Cast It Forward. Join us today as we head out on Lake Erie in search of double-digit walleye. I will tell you that we had a great trip, caught a lot of fish, and I think you'll really enjoy the footage that we captured. Please stick around to the end. We'll break it all down for you. And if you like what you see, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. See you out on the water.
Filming out of the water. A little bit to the right. Yeah. Got him. Okay. On the back hook.
Better fish.
Really nice fish. Nice job.
Woohoo! We're on the board, baby.
Good job, man.
Good job.
Okay, so we got a Walleye Nation creation antifreeze reaper.
He's on the surface.
Yeah, fish is just coming up to the top now. 150 back. We're in 50 feet of water. Just put a fish in the boat that went about 8 pounds, and then we got another fish on the inside over there. So bites a little better today. Pete's got him close here. There we go. Pete's got another one on. It's a Tommy Harris Custom
Okay.
Nemo.
Seems like he's coming up to the surface really quick.
It's 50-70 with a gold and black and orange pattern.
I hope he doesn't get tangled in that other
Got
line.
a fish on right there.
It might be this fish tangled it. He went way over
I
there.
don't think so. Nope. I got a second fish on.
How big is he? He's a small one, so
Now this is the second end of a double. This is a bandit at about 100 back. Yep, yeah, little guy, little guy. We can probably swing this one.
Yep.
I'm gonna swing him in. There we go. We just doubled up 50-50 with the Husky jerk and 50-70 with a custom painted Tommy Harris crankbait.
down
Yep.
25.
This one might be a good one.
It's been super heavy, but he's staying down.
Yeah. Down is usually a sign. Beef ups don't reel.
Okay, that's 9.
That's a little better fish. Yeah, that's a better fish.
You don't want to mess around. Better fish.
Yeah. There we go. There's another one.
That's 6-7 pounds.
Hey everybody, Captain Art here, Cast It Forward. So I wanted to just break down that trip that you just watched and give you a little bit of insight into our strategies and what helped us catch fish. Now I will tell you, for whatever reason, this fall on Lake Erie, it seems like everything's a couple weeks behind. So normally this time of year, we're fishing shallower water, and I've mentioned that in previous videos. We're always looking for contours with access to deep water. We tried first thing in the morning at super low light conditions. We were out on the water before the sun was up, and we hit that shallow water tight contour area, and we didn't catch anything. So we worked that area for, half hour, 45 minutes or so without any success. And we started working our way out, and ultimately relating to the deep water contours, we wound up in about 50 feet of water, which is unusual for this time of year. But I will tell you, you have to trust your instincts and you have to trust your graph. And the graph was showing us that that's where the fish were. As we got off that break, this 51 feet, which just kind of turned into a big long flat. And we've been getting a lot of unstable weather coming through lately, so it's pushed those fish deep. We're really not catching anything unassisted, if you will. I mean, we caught a couple fish just with X amount of line out, but 90%, 95% of the fish that we caught, we were using snap weights, and we use the 50+2 method most of the time. There's a precision trolling app out there that you guys probably are aware of, but that's where we get our depth control information. And what we noticed was between 30 and 40 feet, that's where most of the fish were. And normally those fish aren't that active, and today was no different. Most of the fish were on the back hook, and we lost a couple came unbuttoned close to the boat, just because when they're on the back hook and they got one hook in their mouth, they turn their head. A lot of times they're gone. So that was basically our strategy. We started in shallow and kept moving out until we found some fish. And then once we kind of found that 50, 51 foot of water, we stayed at that depth. The trolling speeds were between 1.2 and 1.6. 1.4 was about the magic number, and the lake temperature was right around 52. We had a southwest early that switched around the west, about 10 miles an hour. Lake wasn't too bad. Got a little choppy towards the late morning, early afternoon, but nothing that our use craft couldn't handle. So that was kind of our strategy, and we also changed baits quite a bit just based upon what the fish were telling us. So when we started early in the morning, this is a custom painted crankbait from my good friend Tommy Harris. We call this Nemo. It's gold and green and black, and there's some orange on the bottom. And that was hot early, and then it kind of died on us, and we started noticing that the blue patterns, the blues and whites, were the ones that were really catching the fish. So we started gradually making that change. So this is a Flicker 11. This is a Racy Shad. That's a blue and white with some yellow in there, a little bit of orange on the belly. This is one you may not be familiar with. This is called a skinny stick. Reef Runner makes it, and this is the Barbie pattern. This one is designed to have action when you're trolling a little bit slower, but we're also experimenting with bait profiles, and I will tell you that most of the fish, as I previously mentioned, they were caught on the back hook. So we tried to scale down our baits. Husky jerks in the clown pattern, silver and green with the red head, and of course our Walleye Nation creations. We're always fishing reapers, and the antifreeze caught the majority of the fish today. So that was basically our strategy. Fish the contours, get out to deeper water until we find the fish, trust our graph, dial it in, let the fish tell us what they want, and then when a hot bait got cold, we'd start switching things around and we'd fire them back up. And as you saw from that video, I mean, there was probably half a dozen times where we had at least 2 fish on. It wasn't fast and furious from start to finish, but we'd have really short patterns or short periods of fast activity. and then we lull out, and then we, you know, a lot of times what we do, we pull up, swing back around, and go through those fish again. So be versatile, trust your graph. Don't be afraid to experiment. And if you see fish and they're not biting, don't be afraid to go off of them, because somewhere out on that water, there's fish that are feeding. So hope this helps you. If you like what you see, please like the channel, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for coming along. Captain Art out.